Do any of you have that dude in high school who would just know everything about everyone, every relationship, every beef, all cataloged like a filing cabinet in that stupid iPhone SE? They acted like everyone else's business was their 9-to-5 job. I don't even think they did schoolwork. They just kind of sat there. They would know about things before they happened, and they had footage of everything after they happened, especially school fights, but they wouldn't get the shaky cam shots. They would get the Oprah shot. And we all flocked to this dude because we wanted to see who just got, you know? They were seemingly everywhere, but then for a brief moment after like junior year, we all realized almost at the same time, hey, this guy's a loser. Then we all moved on with our lives, and now, instead of following the gossip of teenage relationships and fights, we follow celebrity relationships and fights, because regardless of how horrific the news is, regardless of how invasive it is, we can't help but look. It's like a car crash. There's a certain level of intrigue in seeing things you know you're not supposed to see. It's a spectacle, just like the movie. Nope is phenomenal. It is top 3 of the year, and it is not 3. I've watched Get Out, Us, and both are enjoyable in their own right. Get Out has excellent social commentary. The script is amazing. Acting is exceptional. Us has great cinematography. That's pretty much it. But nevertheless, Nope is the best of both worlds. Every shot of this movie feels like a painting from Ilya Repin and or John Jerome. But more importantly than that, and this is an observation I don't really make, but the sound design is spectacular, like actually God tier. Have you seen Inception? That movie has amazing sound design. I would say it's perfect. That being said, fuck Inception. This movie blows it out of the water. On a technical level, this movie is the perfect combination of video and audio. This is the peanut butter and jelly of movies. Perfect harmony, not a single flaw. On the surface, this is the Jaws of cloud watching. It's an entertaining thrill ride from start to finish with subversive narrative and plot developments that are honestly so interesting to see unfold. But if you dig substantially deeper, this movie is a perfect combination of thematic and narrative consonants. This is the movie that Harry Styles was talking about, and I really want to get into it, so 10 out of 10. Go watch it if you haven't. So to start things off in the most complicated way possible, let's talk about Gordy. Gordy is the star of a popular TV show. He's also a monkey, not the inspirational quote monkey, not the curious monkey. He's the haunting 911 call monkey. One day, something ticks in Gordy, and he ends up just brutalizing a bunch of people in the studio. Consequently, Gordy gets killed, and he leaves Droop scarred forever. Thematically, Gordy is 3 things, and I need you to sit with me for a second because I know how this is going to sound. Gordy was a monkey whose entire existence was taken advantage of. His contributions to the show were massive, yet the rewards were never beneficial to him, because obviously a monkey doesn't want to live on a soundstage. His torment was in service to execs, showrunners, and adult co-stars. These people in turn paid the consequence, but not Droop. Why? Because Droop, at this time, is Gordy. Thematically, he's something the audience can point to. He's known as the Asian kid on that one show. Droop is being abused in the same way that Gordy is, just on a social level as opposed to a physical level. Secondly, Gordy is Jean Jacket. Both are wild animals and both are integral to Droop's character. Thirdly, and this also applies to Jean Jacket, they are both tragedy, spectacle. The quote in the beginning, I think we can all agree that Jean Jacket is a spectacle, right? He's the literal draw of the movie, but the Gordy incident is also referenced as such.
It was a spectacle. People are just obsessed.
Boom, amazing through line. Now on to Jean Jacket. Jean Jacket is 3 things again. We've already established that he's a wild animal, spectacle, and the third thing, perhaps the most interesting one, is the viewer. He is us. Jean Jacket is the embodiment of our desire to capture abominable filth. Do you remember that story at the very beginning? He's our desire to want to talk to that one loser kid in high school, but let's say that experience didn't apply to you. There's a chance that this next one won't either, but it's worth a shot. Do you remember a certain defamation trial a couple months ago where we all tuned in to hear that Amber Heard shit in someone else's bed? People made jokes, cosplays, POVs, and cakes as if we weren't listening to the details of a relationship involving domestic abuse. Say what you will about Amber Heard, but what we were hearing has to fit the category of abominable filth, right? Now, this is the example I'm using, but the example the movie uses is so much better, to be honest. It might be too on the nose. Now, I don't even think I was alive for this case, but it's time to talk about OJ. After OJ maybe definitely 100% killed his wife, he had a panic attack down the freeway. He was fleeing cops, sure, but more notably, he was fleeing the giant eye in the sky, us, the viewer. Like I said, I wasn't cognizant when this took place, but I was for when the FX original show came out. This show turned the tragedy of what was taking place at the time, i.e. the LA riots and the death of Nicole Brown Simpson, commercialized it, condensed it, and made it ready for TV consumption. I'm not finna lie. I watched this show. I enjoyed this show. I'm the problem. Even if I acknowledge that, it doesn't erase the moral ambiguity in monetizing the loss of life. We, the viewer, are the most evil thing in this movie. We are the TMZ reporter. We're the executives. Way back when, someone would steal a fruit. Then we would get the whole town together, make a day of it, and just watch them die. Now, we hear descriptors of domestic violence and we get makeup tutorials. We constantly find ways to get together and profit off of the spectacle that is tragedy. And this is a bit of a tangent, but do you know how ironic it is that the person this movie is about doesn't get it? The person who literally filmed and profited off of a tragedy doesn't get this movie. That's a South Park skit. That's a publicity stunt. There's no way not a single neuron fired off and made that connection for him. Anyway, OJ. OJ is a victim of the viewer, and now this is gonna sound fucked up, but he is socially like Gordy. To understand that, I gotta ask, do you know the name of the black jockey who was featured in the first assembly of photographs in sequential order to make a motion picture? Of course you don't. I don't. History doesn't, and that's because socially, people of color's contribution to film has been relatively disregarded. Did you know that Hattie McDaniel was the first African American to ever win an Oscar, but because the place in which the ceremony took place was segregated, she had to celebrate alone, away from everyone, before, during, and after the ceremony? And to top it off, no one even knows where the trophy is anymore. Someone stole it. OJ, similar to Hattie, similar to Gordy, similar to Jupe, has been extorted for their talents in service of the viewer. OJ, in the context of the story, as well as the themes, is a victim of the viewer. It took his father from him. It's actively stealing his livelihood from him. Profiting off of it, for him, isn't extortion, it's reparations. So one more time, just for Confucius' sake, OJ's pursuit to profit off of Jean Jacket isn't one of extortion, it's one of reparations. Jupe's pursuit to profit off of Jean Jacket is one of extortion because it's directly off the livelihood of someone else and off of life.
I usually charge a fee for this. This Dutch couple paid me $50K to come in here and spend the night.
For OJ, it's the viewer. For Jupe, it's a wild animal. It's a tragedy. And what is a tragedy if not a bad miracle? Boom, full circle. A lot of people started seeing the Indomitable Human Spirit video. So, yeah, I just want to say thanks. I didn't really, I didn't even expect this much, to be honest. I was just kind of making these, and so to see that you guys actually, find it interesting is pretty nice. I appreciate all of you. Sorry, yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye.